Connect with us at HamiltonIsBusiness.com.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Batter up!
Join us this summer at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed Salt Dogs games running now through August. Visit saltdogs.com for updates on everything you need to know about weekly promotions, giveaways, and special events. That's where you'll find the latest updates to make sure you catch all the excitement and never miss a homestand you want to attend. Haymarket Park is your ticket to fun all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom! Oh, it's Friday. You made it. You made it. Whatever you were stressing about, whatever you were worried about, whatever burdened you this week, you kicked its ass. You made it to Friday. Well done. Well done. Celebrate. The Starter Heyman text line is 402-464-5685 if you want to be a part of what we are doing, and you can't hit me with a what's up, and I'll include you in the show. You guys have been active all morning, and I know you'll be active for the next couple hours just simply because you can follow in all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, LO Channel 961, cable if you're fancy. Jump on over to Amazon Prime and download the Ticket app as well so you can take us wherever you go. We want to be there as well. Bach, kind sir, it is the 11 o'clock hour. Who's making this happen for us?
Oh, sorry, let me pull it down here. Hour one is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communications services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, kind sir. And then while you're at it, while your fingers are happy and dancing, let's set the tone, shall we, for this first hour.
Oh, that's tight. That's tight. Oh, he tapped. He tapped. Anthony Lionheart Smith. Got to be careful with your neck there. Submits Vitor Petrino in round one. Told you, you got to watch that neck. Anthony Smith told you there are levels to this game. Wow. He went out there and proved it.
There are levels to this game. So let's level up. Let's welcome to the Ticket and One-on-One, the one, the only Anthony Lionheart Smith. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, you know what? It's always a good day. I'm a blessings-based person. So today is 23,015.
23,015. What does that mean?
I have been blessed with 23,015 sunrises.
Really?
That's how I just celebrated 63 on Monday.
Oh, that's right.
And then today is 23,015. It's the only one I'm going to get.
That's it.
It's the only one I'm going to get. So I better treat it like something, right? I better treat it like something, and nothing's promised. I've been through some stuff. So I like to say there's a time when I asked for one more day. Like, just give me one more day. And every day since then, I've said, here's the number. Here's the episode. I call it the episode. So this is episode 23,015. And I'm never going to be this young again. I've never been this old. Hopefully I'm smarter than I was yesterday. I've never been this smart before. And I'm never going to be dumber than I am right now. So
I love that.
So it allows me to make mistakes and otherwise. Kind sir, I appreciate you coming in, and it's interesting times. You mentioned the thing that one of your daughters is a fan of Antrell Taylor.
Oh yeah.
So I texted him this morning. He's camping with his family, but he said the next time you want to bring your daughters to Lincoln, he's going to come meet them.
Oh, she would love that. She's done a couple of his camps.
Yeah.
She just loves Antrell Taylor.
She's
a big AJ Ferrari fan too.
AJ's he's next on our list. He's next on our list. He came in and his people gave us the particulars for what he needs to do a regular show.
There we go.
And listen, it's kind of the jam is that we're able to do this sort of thing. Ridge Lovett does every Tuesday with us. Mark Manning does Takedown Tuesdays.
Right.
So,
Love Rich too.
And of course Mark Manning has plans for you.
I'm in. Whatever he's got planned, Mark Manning can tell me to do whatever he wants.
Oh man, it's good stuff. So we'll start with the guys on the text line who are active. Craig, Rubber Duck, Eric, we thank you for shouting out us this morning. Yes, he says, "Tell Anthony Smith, bring it today." I don't think that's.
I don't know any other way.
I don't think there's a real issue with that. It is Husker training camp, and I did want to signal in that at some point in the next bit we will get Anthony's Husker takes. We've got some clips from Coach Matt Rule and Dana Holgerson, and I like to play the clips to get other athletes' perspective on what it means,
right,
and what they get from it. So we want to do that. She doesn't want to be on camera, but your lovely wife is in studio, so we better give her some flowers. Otherwise, this could go horribly wrong.
It could go bad. Yeah, I texted you on the way because we, as a family, we don't get moving super fast. We got 4 young daughters. I got a 13-year-old that thinks that every outing has to be a beauty pageant.
Yes.
I got a 10-year-old that's the same way. And if you ask my wife, I'm as girly as anybody in the house. So we had
diva-ish?
A little bit. We had to get 5.5 women moving this morning. So, but yeah, we got the whole crew down here.
So our fine friends at Good Sense, we sent out the carrier pigeon, and it comes back. I said, we've got folks that are coming. He goes, no. We'll send some food over for them. So they feed us every Friday. And everybody has their order, but they put together a special package for the Smith family.
Incredible.
So that'll happen. And then Tipsy Tina said next time they've got a 300-person event, catering event. But they said next time we got it.
Oh,
you're gonna get fed around here. That's what I said. Bach, is that a fair statement? That
oh yeah.
If you hang around here, you are gonna eat. And Dan Swanson, a buddy from Canterbury Street Market down here, delivered a care package.
Did he?
The care package has a variety of adult beverages.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm finding out? DP, here's what I found out. Since I had this this neck surgery, everyone wants to do something for you.
Yes.
They want it, but you're kind of just down. And my poor wife is waiting on me hand and foot, and I couldn't really get around it all. So people want to give something. And I don't they're not going to bring you money, and nobody really does cards that much anymore. Everybody brings desserts and alcohol. That's the Nebraska way. They want to feed you and give you something to drink. And you know what? I'm here for it.
when I first took over the station, the first thing I said, okay, there's some things that we have to do. And I used to do a bit when I was in Salt Lake City that was we gave away tickets and jerseys and the whole shebang. But then finally one Friday, I just went, well, wait a minute, what's in it for me? Like what's in it for me? And every time I said, what's in it for me, I figured out that something would show up at the door. Like people would show up.
Oh, yeah.
And you're right. It starts with desserts. It's cookies. It's
cheesecake.
Right,
I've had more cheesecake in the last week and a half than I've had my entire life. And I'm not complaining. So if there's anyone out there that wants to give me a gift,
no,
I will eat cheesecake.
Sweet Things by Marcy is happening next week for you.
Oh, there we go.
Marcy makes it all by hand, all from scratch. She had a family event this weekend, but next Wednesday, Marcy, she made me a red velvet birthday cake.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
You know, it really is. It's almost Ornish, right?
Yeah.
Like you just go. You put your foot in this, Marcy. Like you did this. Like so, she made a big chocolate on chocolate cake and then a red velvet cake.
Oh yeah,
with this special icing that had all sorts of different fruit variables in it, and I just laid up. Like I was like, okay, and then she'll out of guilt, she makes these little snack packs that have pasta salad, fruit salad, and then pimento cheese spread.
Man,
which
I'm getting hungry.
Oh, it is
I'm
fire.
hungry.
She's but literally the last time you came in, she talked about it and she said yes. She said yes.
Oh,
she goes, that's a family we can take care of.
See, and that's I think that's the way to my heart for sure. That's definitely the way to my wife's heart for sure.
Well,
if you want me to do something,
yeah,
and you just give her sweets, she'll guarantee it gets done.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Marcy, the cupcakes and cookies, she's our go-to for like sweet potato pie for holidays. She's the one. She's the chosen one. She's Neo when it comes to dessert. Like you just go, okay, you get it. You get it. Anthony Lionheart Smith in studio. And first I have to seriously, how's the neck? What's going on?
What's today? Friday? I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I really started to turn the corner. I just woke up and just felt significantly better. I'm still super sore. I'm probably moving around a little too much, but I'm having a tough time sitting down for sure. But generally it's good. I feel all right. My range of motion is better than it was pre-surgery, even with still a lot of the surgical pain and stuff I'm dealing with there. I'm trying not to stretch that too much, but all the numbness is gone in my fingers and arms and all that stuff. So we're at a net positive for sure.
What's the official recovery time frame for?
So it was 2 weeks, essentially was like hard rest, and then can't really do anything athletic at all for 6 weeks. And then, I'm still going to be doing a lot of competitive grappling and jujitsu and training. And I probably won't be taking any punches or kicks or anything to the head.
You just said a thing that I can't even fathom.
What?
What do you mean you're already thinking about taking punches and kicks again?
No. I'm saying I probably will never do that again.
Okay, I need to hear that.
I think that's a thing of the past, DP.
Like I looked immediately at your wife. Like I looked at her like, oh, get him. Like how does that even come out? Like
no. So that'll probably never be a thing ever again. So I don't know what the timeline would be on that, but I don't suspect she just said never. Excuse me. But I can probably start hard grappling and really getting after it again, probably in 6 months.
Are you going to train folks? Is that a part of the future for Anthony Smith?
This is the argument.
I know it's the ponder thing, right? That it's in your blood.
It's not.
Wow, that is amazing.
I'm
glad to hear you say it.
I don't want to coach fighters. I don't want to coach fighters. What I do really enjoy doing is taking someone that's already really high level and then working through so Blaine Richards, he's a local guy, lives in Omaha, really, really good. He's really close to. He just took a tough loss, but he's very close to the UFC. I like taking Blaine and walking him down that path of really fine-tuning his game and making small differences that make substantial changes in their fighting ability. So if I can take something away that's small or add something that's small or just give them a different path or perspective on something, it'll make the largest differences.
You're a fixer-upper.
Kinda.
You don't want to build it from the ground up. But
I would be like a mercenary coach where I would come in, you bring me in for a training camp, and then I'll help you fix these things for this specific matchup. And then you pay me and then I'll leave. But I don't want to take a person. DP, I already did the start at the bottom and work my way up through the trenches and go through the ups and the downs and just all the BS that comes with this sport to maybe probably most likely not make it.
Right.
I already did that. I have no interest in doing that with somebody else. And that's not me wanting to give back. I'm willing to give back. I run the jiu-jitsu program at our gym. I'm the head black belt. There's a couple black belts that are underneath me that kind of do the day-to-day stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I come in once, twice, 3 times a week, and I'll teach. I love doing that part of it. I love teaching jiu-jitsu, but I'm not going to the white belt classes and running an entire white belt class all the way up through the belt rankings. It's just not something I'm super interested in. I want to wait until they'll get a white belt. Because who knows? They're probably not going to stay.
They may quit.
They'll likely quit.
Yeah.
So once we get them up through blue belt, then I'll start paying attention to them. Because you still get a lot of guys that will leave after they get their blue belt. So then I'll start paying a little closer attention once they start getting some stripes. And when I'm for sure that they're with us and they're staying, then I'll start attaching myself to that person. But and that's kind of how fighting is. Like if there's a guy that's been around a little while, like guys come in, they leave, it's a kind of a revolving door. Once you get someone that's got some talent, and they don't even really have to be good. They just have to have some talent and the mindset that I think aligns with us. Then I'll start paying attention. But I'm just not super interested in the guys off the streets. That everyone thinks they can fight. Everyone thinks that they're that they're the next big thing, and almost 100% of them are not.
What is happening in the state of Nebraska and in the immediate areas that there seems to be some growth? That you just mentioned, Blaine. There's the Minner family does what they do. Drew Dober for what he does. The area, Grant Dawson has some connection here,
For sure.
right?
He's from Lincoln specifically.
Well, that's the thing, right? That this was a guy that thought about wrestling at Nebraska and then said, "You know what? I don't think school's for me. I'm going to go fight."
Right.
And I find that fascinating. But what's happening in Nebraska that's creating fighters?
I think a lot of it's just regionally where we are. We don't get as many looks as maybe the East Coast and the West Coast and the guys in South Florida and some of the Texas guys get. And there's no big super gyms here. So anyone who does end up standing above everyone else is significantly better because those guys are going to be able to go into any organization in any region of the country and be successful. Now, because of the path we had to take to get to those opportunities, we're already typically more experienced. We've probably got double the fights as anyone else. Like if you look at Dana White's Contender Series and you see a guy from California or a guy from South Florida, some of those guys that are in like the Jersey, Philadelphia area, once they get to the Contender Series, they might only be 3, 4, 5-0. If it's a guy from the Midwest, they're usually like 10, 12-0, 14-1. They just have a lot more experience because it's taken us a lot longer to get the exposure.
How much do you pay attention to the Contender Series and the Ultimate Fighter? That wasn't the path for you necessarily,
No.
but what do you think of those shows and projects?
I think they're great. I always regretted that I was never able to make it on the Ultimate Fighter. I tried out twice and never even got a look. So I never got a look.
Is so
it's crazy. Michaela and I were together one of the times that I was trying out. Like it just, I don't know. It just wasn't. I never got the promotional push. I never the interview process never worked out for me. I just never even got an opportunity to even get to the producer phase of that process. And the Contender Series is essentially a big regional show.
Yeah.
It's really just Dana created his own regional show, had the matchmakers find the toughest regional guys and just make them fight for a contract. But I love it. I'm going to be getting into commentating the Contender Series here pretty soon. So I pay really close attention. And when those guys are on fight nights at the Apex or whatever, we really push the Contender Series guys. So they get a lot of media. They get a lot of talking points in our rundowns and our formats for the pre-show. So you have to really pay attention.
How important is it for the regional fighter to get somebody like Anthony Smith to shout them up and kind of put a fingerprint on them? Because it's a tough business and it is a crowded pool. So
it's really important. If you can get a established person who's respected by the rest of the community, to shout you out and sing your praises. Now, let's be honest, sometimes on these pre-shows, we're being forced to talk about these guys. Maybe
whether you like it or not, or believe.
Well, and sometimes I would say 99% of the time, they say, all right, we're talking this guy in block 2 of hour 1 or whatever. And I have no idea who that guy is. So then I'll start getting into his record. I'll start watching his fights and go, oh man, this guy's really good. And then I'll talk about him and be excited about it because it's genuine.
Yeah.
But with him on the card, I probably didn't recognize his name initially. So I probably wouldn't have talked about him just organically. So I'm glad that they do that. But like a guy like Blaine, he travels around. He's trained. He's been in my training camps for years. Jamal Hill has used him several times. He's been in a lot of these big super gyms. So for these veterans and these big name guys to put the stamp of approval on him, is huge for him.
Yeah, and it's also
because we're very unwilling to do that.
But it's also I'd have to ask, because there are times when like I'll get a parent who will say, "Hey, my kid's going to be a star," right?
Yeah.
And can you look at the film? And then they'll want you to talk about it on air, and then you look at the film and you go, no, he's not. Like that's the hardest thing for me,
right.
Because one, the coaching part of it tells me I can fix anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I captain save a player. Like I can literally any athlete I figure I can help. But then on air, it is a problem. Like to call a game and say he's just something's missing without saying something's missing. Well, how do you handle that?
I'm just honest, which is why John Anik has long said that I'm the UFC's most critical analyst.
Yes.
And a lot of that is because I put myself in a position to be able to do that because I was willing to do the hard things in front of the entire world and fail at times and succeed a lot of times, more often than not. But I don't hang out with fighters. I hang out with the guys that are in my own gym. But you're not going to see me out at the club with Jamal Hill. You're not going to see me, in Florida hanging out on the beach with these guys or California hanging out with these guys. I go in, I'll train, and I leave. Because I'm a regular guy. All my friends are regular people that have regular jobs, have regular families, that just do normal things day to day. And that's how I like it. So I want to keep it that way. So because I don't have to have personal relationships with these guys, I have the ability to just speak my truth and be honest. You hear DC talk a lot, and Dominic Cruz and Felder will always talk about guys who get so angry and they get upset with them. I can't think of one person who's ever come up to me and had anything to say. And I can't recall, I'm sure it's happened, but I can't recall one person criticizing me publicly for things that I've said about their game. I know that I've made them mad because I see the way that they react around me. I see the aversion to a conversation if we find ourselves in the same room. So I know that I've likely have said something that upset them. But I can't recall someone ever saying it out loud because the things that make you the most angry are the things that are true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why?
Well, I've been very angry at DC, but you've never heard me call him out.
Shocker.
Right. But you've never heard me call him out,
right,
and like complain about it in an interview or anything like that. Because although it made me very angry, he was right, and that's why it made me mad. So I'm just honest, because if I'm not, that's my job. That's why everyone has a position. Dean Thomas, super knowledgeable. Really has changed the way that I look at fights and the way that I break things down and the approach that I bring to my analyst game. But his position is he's very funny. He's very tongue-in-cheek. He'll say a lot of messed up things, very funny, but also it's true. So he's the funny, for lack of a better term, he's the funny black guy on the show. He's honest. He's telling the truth, but that's kind of the position he plays. Alan Joban is very stick to the numbers. He needs his notes. He's got 90 million notes in front of him at all times. And he knows all the stats. He knows the takedown percentages. That's just not who I am. So I play my position well. I'm very honest. I just look at the matchup and I just call it how I see it. If you don't like it, fortunately for both of us, we don't have to hang out.
How competitive is that level, that tier of ESPN and UFC broadcasts? Because as you say, everybody has a role,
right?
And then identifying that role and then getting to it and then protecting it. It's one thing to get in there and get people to listen to you. Then it's another to get there, post up, and say, this is mine, and I'm established. Like, you can't do what Anthony Smith does.
It's really competitive. Everybody, Michaela gets so mad about it anytime she hears someone come up to me and say, hey, can you help me get into the broadcasting side, or I want to work the desk? Because essentially what you're saying is you want my job.
You want my job.
You want my job. I don't ever worry about it too much, because if at this point, if they could have found someone better, they would have. And so I think the most dangerous people in the world are the ones that aren't in competition with you. I love Michael Chiesa. I love Alan Joban. I love Chael. I love all those guys. But we do different things. There's no one in the world that does what I do. So they're not going to be able to find anyone to replace me. I'm not saying I'm not replaceable, but you're not going to make a lateral movement and find the exact same thing in me. So I'm just confident in what I see. I'm confident in my analysis. And the ultimate goal for all of us is to move to cage side for the most part. Like, Chael doesn't really want to call fights live. It's not really his thing. And there's a few people that are like that. Like, Dean isn't super concerned with calling live fights, but I just keep working hard and really dig into the film. And then I find that I just don't really have any problem. Like, the TV part is the hard part. To be good on TV, to read the cues, to find the cameras, to following the formats, to being able to have a conversation with you,
with somebody in your
while
head.
There's 3 conversations happening inside my head. So sometimes there's traffic where the producers are talking to each other. So you have to be able to figure out, okay, I can tune that out for a second because they're not talking to me, and then hear what the host is talking to the producer about, so that I know which direction it's coming, and then know when to shut up when they need me to shut up, or to fill another 30 seconds if I need to. That's the hard part. The watching the film and then just having an honest conversation about whatever the questions are is the easy part.
Before we go to break, easier pre-fight prep or reactionary post-fight?
Oh, post-fight for sure. Post-fight for sure. Because essentially what you're asking me to do is predict the future before. And there's so many variables. I think it's easier with football. It's easier with like volleyball or even wrestling.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of look at the style of the play, look at the stats, figure out who's got the better athletes, and then likely you're going to figure out who's going to win. There's a lot of common opponents that work better in other sports. Mm-hmm. Wrestling, maybe not so much, but in fighting, you never actually know what's going to happen because we get one shot at it. This isn't, you got a game that's 4 quarters long. If you have a bad series or a bad quarter, you can still come back and likely win. If you have a bad round in a fight, or even a bad moment inside of a 5-minute round, the chances of winning are very slim. So it's not always the best athlete, and it's usually not the better fighter that wins. It's the guy that can figure out where his strengths are compared to his opponent's weaknesses, and who can hide their deficiencies or who can take advantage of them. So it's almost impossible. If there's a wide gap in the skill, then it's pretty simple. But if you get 2 guys that are totally different styles, fairly even in terms of like their level of competition, I have no idea. Like, who doesn't feel good?
Well,
who's back hurts?
Whose girlfriend broke up with him on Tuesday while they were at camp?
How was their weight cut? I don't know. It's almost impossible. So I try not. They always make us give the prediction, but as the show goes on, I try to not give a lot of I don't know, extreme statements and this guy's gonna win, because I actually don't know. He probably should, but does he know that? We do. Bach will confirm this. We do our pre-games and post-games, and I am very much in that lane that, listen, you're asking athletes to be consistent, which goes against the very nature of elite athletes. Right.
You're asking for this to happen. I don't like giving predictions because you don't know. Like, I'm not, especially when it's college. Pro, you get some idea because the adults have kind of gotten into their lane. But with college, I'm like, these are teenagers.
Right.
Like, we don't know if they remember to change their socks yesterday.
Right. Did he shower?
Let alone does he know the playbook. So it's always interesting in the space. Anthony Lionheart Smith is here. We'll go to break. We'll come back. I do want to go through. There's some big fight cards coming up. And then I need for you to talk about this family of yours, because what you're doing and how you do it, you talk about not the typical fighter, not in the club. You're a family man. Mm-hmm. I do want to talk about it because Finding your way in that is important. And there are a lot of folks listening who want to know. DP, Anthony Lionheart Smith, Bach, one-on-one. We'll be right back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies with a light breeze and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 79. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, low near 58. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Nebraska football opens their season on Thursday, August 28th in Kansas City, and you can be a part of the best pregame tailgate party with Blur Events, live from Kauffman Stadium, home of the Royals. Doors open 4 hours before kickoff with a live DJ promoting interactive competitions and giveaways. Tailgate games like cornhole, flip cup, and beer pong, access to ballpark concessions, and available air conditioning. Book your tickets today at blurevents.com/Kansas City and hang with 93.7 The Ticket on the scene prior to Nebraska versus Cincinnati on August 28th.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I still hope that there's understanding of how appreciative and grateful I am that Anthony comes in and hangs out with us. Because there's lots going on. There are people, your fan base, you have people, you have corporate leaders who have just reached out. And it's always interesting to me that national speakers, as they try to find their way into the space, they heard you, the meeting was set with me, but they heard you and said, yeah, this is a guy that we could probably do it. I was just talking to your wife about it, and she said that's the thing that, having Anthony Smith speak at events in high schools and to teams around the state is certainly going to be the next thing.
That's wild to me. That's crazy to me.
Oh, well, it's what you do, and your ability to cut through in fewer words and say the thing that absolutely needs to be said exactly how it needs to be said. That's the thing. Like that is a talent and a skill in a unique space. And in the middle of a fight, your ability to get verbiage out in a short burst and get the most result from it, that's a skill. That's a high-level skill. So welcome to the speakers game.
I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah, welcome to the speakers game. And there's lots of good stuff going on. We talked about the family, and you said, I had to get five and a half girls together and down here. And then you also mentioned the thing that, again, you're not really living the fighter's life. There's a lot of celebrity, a lot of vices, a lot of distraction, a lot of those things. But you've kept your family as your focus and priority. How does that happen?
Well, I think when I was really young, before I met Michaela, I kind of did the partying, lived the fighter life thing. And it wasn't that much fun. Like there wasn't a lot of fulfillment to it. And I always felt like I was missing something. And I just found that as I, when I met Michaela and then we started having, started building this family, it was just more enjoyable for me. I would just rather do that thing than do the rest. And there's nothing positive that ever came from the other side of it.
How about that?
It's wild, right?
Oh.
Like in the moment when you're young and you're partying, you're like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be like, but it's not that much. It's really not that much fun. And I just naturally gravitated towards the thing that was more enjoyable for me. I just like being a normal person that has an extraordinary job.
It's always interesting. I had a group of friends that when we grew up together, we played college ball together. When we got done in college, we all decided we were going to play semi-pro ball together. And as we started to have families, we partied first. But then as we started to settle down and have families, the joke was, yeah, you party boys, you party, and then all of a sudden you shut down because you start having girls. And in this group of 21 guys, the first 47 kids were girls.
Yeah, it's weird how that works, isn't it? It's weird how that works. Is most fighters generally, there's some boys sprinkled in here and there. Most fighters have girls.
It is the payback. It's the ultimate payment. There's no other way to say it.
I feel like I'm paid back in full.
You got a bunch.
I think I've got mine back for sure.
Let's talk about the athletes. So, and they say that your children get their athletic talent from mom.
Definitely.
That's the scientific.
Definitely.
That's science. That's not us giving flowers. That's science. Science says the athletic ability comes from mom. So, talk to me about the 4 athletes, the 5 athletes in your family, but the ladies. Let's talk about, first of all, your wife, athlete,
incredible volleyball player. Even to this day, sometimes I'll get. I think it's been so long since she's played. We like when we met, she was playing like in a pretty competitive league, and then she would play sand, and then like drug me into it, and I am god awful at volleyball. I'm so bad, and she tried her best and taught me as much as she could, but it's not meant for me. But she was an incredible player in high school. Went on to play at Midland and Fremont, and my 2 oldest daughters also play volleyball, and absolutely, it's weird watching them play. Like the way they move looks just like their mom. It's a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, my wife's a way better athlete than I was.
Isn't that just funny that we get a lot of flowers, and then you realize
it's just a more competitive sport. Like mine's a bit niche.
Yeah.
So I was able to figure it out. And in volleyball, you can't really punch anybody in the face to get ahead. So
not legally.
No.
Not legally. Been around the pro leagues for a bit, and
she was definitely better at what she did than what I did.
That's right. Here's the thing. We've also here at the Ticket, of course, we were partnered with the Supernovas, and that was spectacular. We're now currently partnered with Love Volleyball, Love Omaha.
There we go.
And it immediately that was the call on Tuesday was, hey, practice some events. They said yes,
absolutely,
yes. So we will pull that into the family. Describe them as athletes. So your oldest volleyball player and what's
basketball.
Basketball.
So she's 13, it's like 6'1" incredible athlete. I think her mindset for sports is probably her best asset. Of course, she's incredibly technical at volleyball, especially for being, quote unquote big. She got really soft hands. She's a great passer. But she has a great mindset. As girls get older and grow and they start to figure out the mindset part of it. And I think that's going to be the next big, the next big evolution of her game once she can really, because being a 13-year-old girl just in today's world is really hard. That's just part of it. That's part of life. That's part of the process of growing up. So I think right now, all 13-year-old girls are in a really tough season of their life. So if once they can figure all of that stuff out and get everything kind of leveled and just not as peaks and valleys in terms of just where they are in life, I think that's going to make her a better athlete. But she's already a standout. She's already incredible.
So they already know. And we had some fun the last time you were here, and you kind of said, yeah, it's a short list. And you did not include some people that we got text. What do you mean she wouldn't play at the Blue School? And I went, yeah. He said what he said. Like he meant that it was not an option.
She's pretty heavy on Nebraska and Texas. I don't know where the Texas thing came from. I don't have to like it, but I think my list is I think it's just one.
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately.
When we talked to Jalen Reyes, it was like, hey, Jalen, we have to make this happen. He goes, no, say less. Say less. Already on the radar. Let's already have that conversation.
She better be careful there. The next one, my 10-year-old is chasing her. She's right behind her.
Isn't that like that? But that is the thing. We were talking to, I forget who I was talking to nationally, and they brought up the Williams sister and said, okay, so the first one really has to be the pioneer, but the settler gets to take all the lessons of the first. And your younger is watching your older.
I'm so happy they play different positions.
Oh,
I'm so happy they play different positions because I don't know if I could handle that type of competition in the house. But
for now,
like sisters, they don't always like each other. But I think that my oldest is starting to see that her sister isn't bad.
And she's not a rival.
She's not a rival because they're not comparing themselves to each other. which is really nice. So,
What's the younger sport of choice? What's she eyeballing?
I think for both of them, they just really enjoy the sport that they're in at the time. I would say my oldest probably, it seems like I see her happier playing basketball, but she's.
Do I need to call Amy Williams and put do we need to do that?
I think she's at a higher level in volleyball, so there's a lot more pressure. So I think sometimes unfortunately the pressure sometimes takes away from the enjoyment at times.
How do you make sure that the pressure thing at 13? At 13.
At home, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
They have, Michaela and I give them really two expectations. We need max effort and be a good teammate and have a good attitude. So other than that, as long as you're trying as hard as you possibly can and you're not throwing fits and you have a good attitude and you're a good sport, as long as you can do those two things, I don't really care about the result.
Were you a throw fit kind of guy?
100%.
Yeah, I knew that. That's
100%.
why I asked. It had to be put into space.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Like we recognize our own.
The amount of lockers that I've destroyed after wrestling matches is more than I want it to be. That it's definitely more than zero. It's more than zero.
No, listen, I can say to my
I'm a terrible loser. I'm a terrible loser.
Why would you want to be a good loser? I never understood that. I'm
preaching things that I can't do. And again, it's a different level. We're talking club competitive, super competitive space. I'm not downplaying that, but the grand scheme of things, this is all about trying to gain skills and abilities and mindsets that are going to be successful towards the end of high school, going into college. I say this at wrestling tournaments are the absolute worst place on planet Earth. The amount of parents and coaches making their young kids 5, 6, 7 years old cut weight, screaming at them, dragging them off the mats by their arms, wanting to fight referees and other coaches is absolutely insane. I'm actual friends with David Taylor. If I text him right now, he'll text me right back.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody. Do you know where David Taylor went to high school?
Mm-mm.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
You know how he did in club wrestling? Nobody does. No one's ever talked about it. No one never. So I don't know why these parents and these coaches get so angry. The only time I've ever read Adley, my little wrestler, the only time I've ever read her the riot act is when I can see that she's quit. Other than that, I kind of just sit back.
Well, we're gonna talk about the younger two, because it's fascinating to me. All of it is a big part of it. And yeah, I've said this, covering Nebraska wrestling and going to the Vegas Invitational, going to the Big Ten tournament, going to the national tournament. There were two things that were blatantly obvious. First of all, wrestlers are barely human. Mm-hmm. They're barely human. That's a different species type. There's a different genetic coding, but so are the parents. And I have never been to an event, not football, not nothing. Wrestling parents all look like they are ready to fight all the time.
They are.
All the time. It is just cauliflower ears and veins. You go to a wrestling tournament and the dads and then the moms are walking like, say something, mm-hmm. Jump off. Let me go ahead and show you where he get it. And it's funny to me. I'm glad you said it, though. That's hilarious. Anthony Smith, we'll take a break, come back. I'm going to find out about his two youngers, because I have a sneaky suspicion that athletically and otherwise you're going to be hearing from them as well. That's some deep stock, and there's a lot of training going on out here in the lobby. So I can see how it works, kind sir. Kudos to you both for the parenting job that you've done. More one-on-one when we come back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity? Positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all three? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2025 Kicks for Kids Nebraska Fun Run Walk, presented by Pinnacle Bank. On Saturday, August 23rd at James Arthur Vineyard, enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools, with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies with a light breeze and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 79. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, low near 58. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and areas of smoke. And an afternoon high around 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, sponsored by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
From the text line, Timmy V says, as the father of an 11-year-old girl wrestler, I appreciate your observations of wrestling tournaments. We just expect her to be a good teammate and push her to learn from her losses. Hate kids that feel like their dad feel like they let their dad down by losing. All vital. Eric says, as a former wrestler, I absolutely agree with what you're saying. It's important, right? That the parenting aspect, if it is a priority, you have to know what the priority is. Like there are too many wrestling parents where wrestling is the priority.
Mhm.
No, your young people are the priority. That's just the vehicle.
Yeah, 100%. And it's funny, we were talking about coaching earlier and how I don't want to coach fighters. So I help coach the club program where Adley wrestles. And it's just such, like, I don't know what they think the priority is. Like, I don't understand. Like, you'll have parents come up and they'll say, well, he's just not figuring it out. Well, he's not supposed to. This is really hard. This is really hard. So when he's listening to you at home, say, I don't know why you can't figure it out. And like the goal and the priority for me is to not win. It's never winning. Are you working on the things that we worked on in practice? Are you attempting it? Are you giving max effort? And then are we adjusting if we lose? We're going to have a little kumbaya session and we're going to talk about it. But you have to wrestle in 30 minutes. So, like, I really need you as a parent to shut up and just let me fix what we did wrong. And then we're going to go run out there again in 30 minutes and we're going to figure it out and see if we could fix that. Like, I never coach them to say, like, when Adley's going, I'm never saying, I need you to do this and then this and then this and then turn her and then pin her and then win. It's not it at all. Hey, why don't we work that sweep single? That's it.
What are we working on?
I don't really care about anything else.
What are we working on?
If she
What are we
goes out
trying
and
to
hits
get
the
better?
sweep single, she gets a takedown and then gets pinned after that. That's a win for me.
What'd you do right?
It's a win for me.
What do you need to work on? It's
Right.
all the stuff like, and I do the, it's the one part of coaching that I truly miss is the ability to negate the negative, like to turn the negative. Listen, what'd you learn?
Right.
What'd you learn? You're not supposed to get it all right. Like, I don't have all the answers. I'm never going to have the answers. And I also say to parents, I called them all together and I say, listen, I'm the coach. Just like I'm not going to go to your house and critique your parenting. Don't come here and critique the coaching.
Right.
Let us lead. That literally is what we're doing and why we're doing it. We're trying to help your young people, but I'm not coming. Look, if I'm not invited to your house to, hey, Tim, terrible decision there. Like, terrible decision, Mom. That was a terrible decision. If I can't do that at your house, don't do it to me.
Right. Well, and like, you'll even see a lot of the other coaches sometimes, like, we'll be at these big tournaments and they'll come up to me and they go, how'd you do today, coach? I don't know. I'll tell you when they're in high school. Like, today doesn't matter. It's not saying I don't care. Of course, I want them to win everything.
But can you imagine being judged by who you were at that age?
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
What are we talking about? Like, 12-year-old you wouldn't even listen. Wouldn't believe.
We're not even talking about 12-year-olds, DP. We're talking about fourth, fifth, and maybe sixth graders. Maybe we start getting in middle schools. But like, most of the kids I coach are young. They're like around my kids' age, a little bit older, a couple a little bit younger. But no, I just don't. It's a whole bunch of people that have no idea what it's like to compete at a high level. None of this. It's a bunch of parents that are living vicariously through their kids.
And you're never going to get a scholarship. Your 9-year-old's not going to get a scholarship offer based on defeating Timmy from across the street.
Even let's just imagine that Timmy has won Fargo and Vegas and all these huge tournaments at 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. That doesn't mean he's going to be good in high school. It doesn't, because all the kids he's been smashing who were being normal kids, riding their bike, going to the pool, enjoying their summers, but he's just got to head up on them now. You're going to slow down at some point.
I remind them.
And then they're going to catch up, and you guys are going to end up in high school exactly the same.
I will remind them.
And he may be burnt out.
There's a young Anthony Lionheart Smith who is not in that gym currently, waiting for your son.
Right.
He is Anthony is doing some other stuff. The dude you really got to worry about is Anthony. Not little Timmy from across the street.
Balance is a real thing. Kids have to be kids. Kids have to be kids.
Man, we'll throw it to break. Second hour, we've got to say thank you to some folks. We'll do that when we come back. We'll talk about his other two young ladies. He's mentioned Adley. We need to go into detail. We'll talk about the upcoming UFC cards. We'll talk about what's happening in Husker football and get them all excited. And I will remind you, the beauty of Anthony Lionheart Smith is that we are never going to cover everything in a sit down that we want to cover. That's just not how it works, and that's why I'm excited about it. DP, Anthony Lionheart Smith, Bach. We'll be right back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete in Lincoln. With 3 plants across the city, there are plenty of opportunities to start or grow your driving career. They offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Since 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with ready-mixed concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's nebcoinc.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
93.7 The Ticket is your home for every Kansas City Royals baseball game. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and the rest of the Royals attempt to make the postseason for the second season in a row. And you can hear all the action on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Serving our listeners for 43 years, Wolf Ace Hardware, your local hardware man, would like to take the time to salute our military, first responders, law enforcement, and firefighters who are their breast year-round. Let's all take a moment to give them the respect they deserve. Wolf Ace Hardware, located at 6118 Havelock Avenue in Lincoln, a quality company that cares. Contractors and homeowners, get to Wolf Ace Hardware for all your paint, brushes, and anything else you need for your upcoming projects. For more information, call 402-466-7707. Pick up everything you need at Wolf Ace Hardware, where you're always appreciated as a friend and customer. Wishing all of you a very healthy and prosperous summer season.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. Hour 2, one-on-one. Appreciate you hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. Anthony Lionheart Smith in the room. Thank you all. The Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Of course, you guys are active. We'll get to as many of them as we can. Promise. All the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. Download the Ticket app, please, 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 please. And thank you. Bach, would you please? Who makes this happen for us in hour number 2?
Yeah, the noon hour is lunchtime, and that means it's ready. Your time to go to Mulberry Barbecue now with 2 locations at 11th and Cornhusker and at 61st and Apples Way, right off of Highway 2 over there by Lowe's. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Try their burnt-in sandwiches, a brisket burrito, barbecue nachos, a full slab of ribs, a half-smoked chicken, and much, much more, plus incredible sides. Get fueled for lunch today or make dinner plans at Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker and at 61st and Apples Way, just off of Highway 2 by Lowe's.
What else you got, Bach?
Well, if you're going to Kansas City for the Husker game on Thursday, August 28th, the place to party before is with Blur Events. The tailgate on the main concourse of the Royals Kauffman Stadium goes from 3:30 to 8 p.m. with a capacity of 2,000 people. All ages are welcome. Children 5 and under are free. Parking in the game are steps away from the tailgate. Enjoy access to ballpark concessions offering food and beverages, tailgate games like cornhole, beer pong, and flip cup, and 93.7 The Ticket on the scene for the pregame tailgate show. Buy tickets today at blurevents.com/Kansas City.
Bach, let's set the tone in the room for hour 2.
Sayers pounces on him, nevertheless, stacking him up.
There he goes, trying to choke.
Looking for the triangle choke is Lionheart, Anthony Smith.
That's deep. He's got to keep that on.
It's over. Anthony Smith.
I can't even fathom. Like, I get goosebumps just because I know the clip, but I need for you to walk us through what's going through your head in the moment. Like, you remember that fight, and I'm pretty sure
Lamumba Sayers,
right?
In Strike Force.
Yep. So in that moment, transitioning to triangle, what's the trigger? What's the thing to go, oh, it's time?
I don't know. I don't know. I actually have a lot of triangle finishes, and it's just like second nature at this point. If I feel a couple things, or it just feels right, then it just I find myself there. So, yeah. Lamumba Sayers is what a sad story, actually.
Tell the story for folks that don't know.
So Lamumba and I go way back. We tried out for the Ultimate Fighter both times together. Didn't really know each other. Same weight class, same kind of regional scene. Almost ran into each other a couple times in certain fights, and those fights just never came together. Really, really nice guy, though. Bit of a street dude. A lot of gang activity when he was younger. Started fighting. Started having, he had a couple kids and kind of changed his life. Started the Heavy Hands Foundation, which was helping inner city youth, disadvantaged youth, and then was doing well. He got signed to Strike Force. Never quite made it to the UFC, but ended up on Dog the Bounty Hunter a bunch. He was working with Dog, doing a lot of the Midwest stuff that Dog the Bounty Hunter was doing. And his son, Lamumba Sayers Jr., was killed. He was murdered in a shooting, and his son was involved in some gang stuff, some street life stuff. Lamumba had done a lot of public speaking by trying to pull his own son out of it, but they had a great relationship. He just didn't like what his son did, and the people that were responsible for it were arrested. Ended up getting off on a technicality, I believe, and they knew exactly who did it, but no one ever faced any charges ultimately for the murder of Lamumba's son. Lumumba really struggled. I ran into him a couple times after that in Denver. And every time I seen him, it was always big hug. Even though we fought and I beat him, it was nothing but love between the two of us. I always appreciated him. He was a big, loud personality, very boisterous person, like not his attitude, but in his volume.
Yeah.
And I remember I ran into him in Denver, and I seen him, and he was just not the Lumumba that I knew before. He was sad and very glossed over, very empty inside. Shortly after that, Lumumba Sayers walked into a 12-year-old's birthday party and murdered the person that killed his son. And so Lumumba Sayers is now in prison.
It is so much a part of sport and athletic, the portions of athletic life, sports life, where the struggle is so much like almost necessary for you to succeed
for sure
at that level. And then hopefully you find some guidance and boundary. You find a good mentor that sets the table and say, okay, listen, there's some things as you grow that you need to, that toughness we can use, but there needs to be boundary to it. Is there a space in the UFC that allows for counselors, et cetera, to work with fighters and say, look, here's how you separate that part, the not good part, from the toughness in the streets and your life prior to?
Yes and no. So those resources are available, but you have to be the one to reach out. So whether there's substance abuse problems, whether it's some mental health stuff, all of those resources are there for the UFC. And they will go above and beyond. If you have any issues and you reach out, the UFC will take care of you. They'll make sure that you get it figured out. They'll put you in a rehab program. They'll get you set up with counseling, with therapists, psychiatrists, whatever it is that you need. But they're not going to chase you. So it's what typically happens is people get in trouble, whether it's some public substance abuse stuff or it's some trouble you get in legally, or there's red flags. I hate to bring it up, but guys like Tony Ferguson end up in some weird, public disputes that ends up all over TMZ. And then the UFC steps in and says, hey, this is exactly what you're going to do if you want to continue to work here. Then they'll step in and do it. But otherwise, if it's all private and behind closed doors, there's no way that they could know. So you got to reach out yourself.
You mentioned the fact that you and Lumumba still, I mean, it was cordial, almost friendly, brotherly after the fact. What's the usual relationship between fighters who compete?
That's the usual.
That is the usual
for the most part. Definitely with the older guys, the guys that have been around a while. The young cats, and I was the same way. The young cats they're still so prideful, and if you lost, then you're kind of like, man, I hate that dude. I want to get that one back. If you won, you're like, that dude's a bum. Like that's how it is when you're young.
Yeah.
As you get older, you start to realize that again, we talk about balance. When you're younger, everything is about fighting. It's your identity. It's who you are. So when someone tries to take it from you, it's personal. As you get older and you start having families, and fighting becomes more of something that you do and not who you are. So fighting very much, when I met Michaela, it was my identity. It was who I was. It defined every part of my cell, like every cell in my body. And as life goes on and we start to mature and we get older and we had kids young and we start to become parents, and then it's just more of something I do. It was just something I did. It wasn't who I was. When it's like that, then it's me and Glover Teixeira had an epic battle.
Oh, that was
and Michaela and like Glover's wife hug each other when they see each other. Like there's a bond that we've all formed just between the four. Like the four of us won't see each other in public, and not all of us hug each other. It's a very loving, and it's real. It's genuine. I genuinely love that guy. And because I experienced something with him that I'll never experience again ever in my life. And I've never experienced anything like it. There was an exchange of pieces of each other.
Yeah, you found parts of yourself that you weren't familiar with.
For sure. And he had to do the same thing. Like it was kind of a tale of two fights. I kind of ran away with it for the first half of the fight. And then he kind of beat me pillar to post after that. But we left a large part of each other with the other person.
Where do you and your wife land on your girls watching you fight?
They've never not watched.
They've never not watched. That is spectacular. And then what's the message to them as they watch it?
So they don't attribute violence to conflict. So they know that what I did is just a job, and this is how I be. Like,
You're not just walking the streets beating people up.
I get so weird when you see these guys who. It's so odd to me when you see guys that talk about honor and respect and that they're doing this to feed their family, but then it's too violent or not honorable enough to let your children watch. Like, you have to, like, my kids know exactly where the roof over their head came from and the work that it took to get there, and they've watched it. So as they could, like, my 10-year-old hates it. She's just not great at it. Like, that's just her personality. She didn't like watching. She doesn't enjoy it. My wrestler, she's like, this is dope. I love every second of it. She doesn't care whether I'm winning or losing. She just likes watching it. And my oldest, doesn't enjoy the hurting part of it, but she understands that it's a job. She's an athlete. She competes at a high level. She gets it.
Through. So of the 4 young ladies that are there, you mentioned the 2 older, and then there's a wrestler.
There is.
How did she figure out that this is her jam?
That was never me. It was never me. A lot of people think that, like, I pushed her towards that.
Yeah.
It was never me. I don't remember where she seen it the first time. Maybe we were just watching it, like watching the NCAA finals. Oh yeah. So we took her to Iowa State Wrestling, the high school state championships, and she just liked it and she wanted to do it. And so, we started, and I had no expectations. I didn't think that she was going to stick around very long. And her first year, she didn't wrestle the entire season until she only practiced, and she had a lot of fun and enjoyed it a lot. And she had a little friend that was about her same age. And, so they became little buddies, and then they would come over, and like, other girls are playing with Barbies and doing whatever they do. And like, their play is to wrestle. So they're in the basement wrestling. And then she wrestled one tournament at the end of that first year and didn't do well at all. And then the next year she wrestled more matches. And then last year she was the district champ, the USA state champ, and AAU state champ. She's rolling. She's rolling.
It's just spectacular to know that they find themselves.
Yeah. And it fits her personality too. She's like, my older 2 are very, like, you just watched my oldest. She's very motherly. She's cleaning up their messes and making sure they're not getting into stuff. The second oldest is very sensitive, very into fashion and makeup and that stuff.
Yeah.
Adley's just not. She's nothing like the older 2. She's hyper aggressive. She's a dirt bag. She's gross. She's feral.
Feral.
She's hyper aggressive. Just not by attitude, just by action. She's
got the honey badger.
She breaks everything. She wants to wear sweatpants and a hoodie every day. She
now this is when y'all need to be
she
on
doesn't
the
care about
stream.
shoes. She wants to get the same pair, whatever shoes she has right now.
Yeah.
As soon as they're worn out, she wants the exact same pair.
This is when you need to be on the stream to see Anthony's face as he describes this.
There's something wrong with her.
Which means she's built for this.
She's built for this. I took a picture the other day when she had gotten out of bed, and Michaela and I are sitting on the couch in the morning, and she walks down, and the older 2, they wake up, they got to go to the bathroom, they brush their teeth, they get themselves all situated, get their hair all kind of together a little bit. She walks out. She's 8 years old, right? She still wears footy pajamas, right? It's on like sideways. Like, at some point she'd taken it off and then got the arms in backwards in the middle of the night. Her hair looked like she had stuck a fork in a like electric socket. I said, dude, what is wrong with your hair? And she goes, she just wipes it and says, it's fine.
This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the leader of them all is going to be the youngest. Like, she
already is.
Right? Like that's just,
she already is.
She
runs the whole house.
And she knows it.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is like, when are you going to talk about me? Like, I'm waiting.
I don't know what she's going to do. She says she wants to wrestle, but then she also wants to play soccer. She doesn't really talk about volleyball or basketball too much, but she always wants to fight me in the living room.
Yeah.
So we've kind of had to push her off a little bit. I don't need a 3-year-old beating me up right now. I don't know what I'm excited. It's my favorite part is figuring out what they're going to do. I had no idea what Adley was going to do. I had no clue. She plays 3-on-3 basketball in the summer.
Yeah.
And, the first year it was pretty rough. She's not much of a basketball player. This last season, though, this last summer, she did all right. So you never know. You have no idea.
And here's the thing on top of it. They're all super intelligent kids.
They are.
You've done well by that.
Oh, I don't know. That's mostly their mom.
Well, again, most of the skill set, or as it comes from mom.
Yeah, most of it's their mom.
We need to fully engage that and give that out. But it's spectacular to think about. From the text line, Hude Trav says this. He says, I'm also a coach. The number one point that helps, educate the parents and let them know that you're working on what they're working on. It'll keep them grounded and off the coach's back for a bit. Your thoughts to that?
For a bit, yeah. That's the caveats. For a bit, I think I talk about it in such a negative sense, and maybe I don't mean it to be like that, because all they want is their kids to be successful. The problem is and this is where it goes back when I said, like, a lot of these parents have never competed at anything at a high level. They want them to be successful. They just want it so bad for their kids. But they don't understand what goes into it, that there's a process and there's a system, and there's going to be a lot of failures before we get to being consistently successful. And I think a lot of parents will compare their kids to other kids, and you can't do that either, because they learn at a different rate. They mature at a different rate. Their bodies are different. Their mindsets are different. There might be a kid that's exactly your kid's age that maybe has been wrestling the exact same amount of time that is significantly better. That's just how this works. That doesn't mean that once we get to the end of this road where we're actually heading, that's going to be the case. It's just kids, they just walk their own path. Their journeys are different. Chances are they're going to be pretty comparable, likely. And you're going to have your standout stars that are going to be superstars from the very beginning. And that's just life. Like, at some point, like LeBron James was a elementary school kid at one point. He was just different.
He had a beard at 11, but I mean,
right.
Other than that, he
was just different. There's a handful of people in life that are just born great, and chances are it's not your kid.
Yeah, you're
chances are it's not my kid.
Well, no, your young people won the genetic lottery. They won the DNA pool.
Right.
Like, there's no.
They did.
Look, the work ethic will determine the result
for sure, and their want. Like, maybe Adley really enjoys wrestling right now, and she ends up being an academic genius and doesn't want to play sports, which is totally fine.
And we would prefer that anyway. Just
for sure.
Just the thing. Anthony Lionheart Smith, here it's Eric. Eric. Okay, so as we do this, you'll learn the certain personalities of our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric is a former wrestler, but a smart aleck.
Okay.
So he says, wait, did Anthony just call his daughter a dirtbag?
100%.
Yes, he did.
100%.
The most affectionate, loving way possible.
Absolutely. And I tell her that to her face all the time. If she leaves the house for 5 minutes, you can guarantee she's coming back dirty, muddy. Probably. She was gone 10 minutes yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I fixed her bike. Like, she got this little electric bike. Her pedal was all messed up. Me and Michaela struggling to get this thing fixed. I fix it. She's gone 10 minutes, comes back. It's covered in mud. The fender's broken. She's bleeding out of both knees. And I said, what happened? She said, I fell down. And just walked in the house.
That was it.
Covered in mud, like head to toe, bleeding all the way down her leg. She just doesn't care. She's a dirtbag.
Somehow I think the Smith family videos have to happen.
They're... Michaela's Facebook page, her personal Facebook page. It's a reality TV show.
Yeah, I would imagine that's going to be
quite embarrassing.
Quality entertainment, quality entertainment along the way. It is it's one of the weekends, and I try to explain to people, having watched UFC events at the various places, there's certain venues that just amplify it, and it's a show. It's special. Madison Square Garden. It's just different. It's just different. Any of the Florida spots, Orlando and Tampa tend to have different events and the like. But then this is a week where they're at the Apex in Vegas, and that's a different vibe. But I've always wanted to ask you, is there a difference is there a different feeling walking out in the Apex and fighting?
Oh yeah.
Rather than being in the big building where you just know it's a hype squad. You get the big promotional weigh-in on Friday afternoon. It's an entirely different deal. The energy level is different. But then when the octagon cage locks, do you forget that you're Apex, or do you still in the back of your mind be aware
while the fight's happening?
Yeah.
That's the sound is different, but generally no. Yeah, my fight style is typically the same, so it just is what it is. I tend to fight better at the Apex, or I did.
If you're a distraction, maybe.
I think just less pressure. I think the pressure to. It's going to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, I guess, but the pressure to give the fans okay, kind of a long answer, but so when I do like media, like I do signings or appearances, or I do public, like SiriusXM used to do a lot of like public radio shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have to stand outside, take a deep breath, and then turn it on, because when there's so many fans and there's so many people around, you have to be what they expect you to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're there for a reason.
They're
and that's not saying that what I'm showing them is fake. It's I just have to amplify who I already am. And so it takes me a second to like turn it on, and I need to be what they need me to be. The pressure to be that at the Apex is zero. So there's another element that I was at the pay scale I was at in the UFC, and I got the opportunities and was put in the positions I was because of my popularity, because I understood that although winning fixes everything, there's an entertainment side to it. So in these big venues, these big shows, these big fight weeks that are packed full, these packed arenas, I have a job that I have to do that's other than fighting. The UFC, there's a reason I'm at the co-main, or, like when I fought for the title, I was at the main event spot on pay-per-views, where I've never been on a pay-per-view and not been on the main card. There's a reason for that. So I have to be that person. So there's a pressure all week long through my media, all the way until the fight day, to be what I'm expected to be. At the Apex, you can just go in, fight, and leave.
Yeah,
which is nice.
It feels different covering it, but man, once the cage and I'm amazed that I have the sound, but there's a sound in my head that happens when they lock the octagon.
Oh yeah,
when it closes and you go, you're right.
You
That's when
really
the on
hear
switch
it
happens.
You can hear it at the Apex.
You can hear it. Do you prefer to hear your fight team at Apex level or in the big building?
I would rather not hear them. I'd rather not.
You're the third fighter that said that.
Yeah, I can't shut it off, so I always do, and it's been helpful, obviously, but I would rather not hear everything.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, because it's sometimes too much input.
Yeah, fascinating stuff, man.
Which is weird because I coach the complete opposite style.
Like, pay attention. I'm over here for a reason.
Yeah, I won't shut up. I will not shut up. I'm surprised at Adley at times, or other fighters that I've coached. They'll turn and say, "Will you shut up?"
Yeah, let me do what I do.
Constantly talking.
No, it is spectacular, bro. It's great stuff. We'll toward the break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Apex. We'll talk about fight cards that are coming up along the way, and then I'm going to ask him about his favorite places to fight, the buildings that he's been in, the favorite places that he's fought, because I'm sure the list is pretty spectacular. Anthony Lionheart Smith, one-on-one. We'll be right back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Serving our listeners for 43 years, Wolf Ace Hardware, your local hardware man, would like to take the time to salute our military, first responders, law enforcement, and firefighters who are there for us year-round. Let's all take a moment to give them the respect they deserve. Wolf Ace Hardware, located at 6118 Havelock Avenue in Lincoln, a quality company that cares. Contractors and homeowners, get to Wolf Ace Hardware for all your paint, brushes, and anything else you need for your upcoming projects. For more information, call 402-466-7707. Pick up everything you need at Wolf Ace Hardware, where you're always appreciated as a friend and customer. Wishing all of you a very healthy and prosperous summer season.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see probably sunny skies with a light breeze and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 79. Tonight, probably cloudy skies and light winds, low near 58. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
What do you look for when searching for a plumbing company? Integrity, positive customer reviews? Are they insured and fully licensed? How about a company that has all three? Deals Plumbing in Lincoln is your go-to certified plumbing company that can help you fix anything from leaks to clogs, water heaters, and more. Give Deals Plumbing a call today at 402-525-7311, or you can visit Deals Plumbing online at dealsplumbing.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, sponsored by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Anthony Lionheart Smith in the building. Bach, let him know who makes this happen.
Hour 2 today is sponsored by Schweizos Construction, where safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Schweizos is hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. Apply today at Schweizos.com. 40 years strong in business, Schweizo Construction.
Kind sir, I asked the question, and there's certain spaces that the events, the places, the venues that hold the event have a personality. And then the crowds in different cities, they're just different crowds. The UFC has done an amazing job. I once heard Dana White say that I pay people to make weight because if I'm gonna invite people from all over the world to watch them fight, they better make weight. Like I can't have them. And he said that's at the top of the list for me. Like he goes, I pay them to make weight, and then I pay them to fight for their next payday. That their performance tonight will determine whether I hire them again.
Right. Right. It's
So,
wild, right?
Yeah, Dana's give folks who've never met Dana White and had the pleasure of being in his presence. He's just a different guy.
It's different. He has a different vibe about him. You know, as inundated as I am in the UFC, I don't have that many interactions with Dana. He called me. Dana and I have been on 2 phone conversations, twice or 3 times. I take that back. 3 times. Once, he called me after the Glover fight the next day to make sure I was okay. He called me one time I reached out to Hunter and Dana called me and we talked about something kind of personal. Had a lot to do with Diego Sanchez during that whole kind of disaster. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell the story.
Please.
I'm going to tell the story. Only because this will give you a good view into who Dana really is. So, as any fight fan would know, Diego Sanchez had this period in his life where he was wrapped up with this crazy person who just ruined his career, essentially. Ended up becoming the reason that he got retired and the UFC wouldn't use him anymore. An absolute legend, UFC Hall of Famer, entire career ruined by one person. And so Diego was kind of outside of himself. He was just losing his mind. And so I interviewed Diego on an old YouTube channel that I had. And it was the first time that Diego had been by himself, not with this person, in like a year and a half. And so when I got him on, he went absolutely insane. And the deal was, when I reached out to Diego, his deal for him to do it was I couldn't edit it and I had to post it in its entirety. And I said, yeah, that's fine. So he comes on, spends about 30 minutes losing it.
Scorched earth.
Talking about he thinks the UFC is got people out there were going to kill him, and that Dana, he had all these secrets on Dana that he was going to release soon if Dana didn't fix this. I mean, he just went absolutely insane. So I reached out to the UFC because now I got a problem. Because I'm still an active fighter. I still work on the broadcasting side. I work on ESPN, but I made a deal. I made a deal with Diego, another fighter, another athlete that I supremely respect. So now I don't know what to do because I don't want to put this out and people go crazy, you know, but I have to because I said I would. So I reach out to Hunter, and then Dana calls me immediately. So I tell Dana the exact same thing I just told you. Like, that's not what I was expecting. So this is what I got. And I said, and I was very honest. And maybe this isn't the most journalistic integrity thing in the world. But if I'm being honest, I'm not a journalist. I'm just a fighter who has a mic in front of him. I told Dana, if you want me to kill it, I'll just kill it. Like, here's what he said. It sounds like it's a bunch of BS and he's off his rocker, but I'll kill it and I just won't put it out. And you know what Dana said to me? He said, no, it's fine. Put it out. And I said, are you sure? He said this and he said this. And he said, first of all, Diego doesn't have anything on me because there is nothing to have on me. Number 2, maybe the rest of the world, Anthony, needs to hear where Diego Sanchez is so that we can find some way to get him away from that guy to help him. This is a direct quote. When that guy takes everything that Diego has, all of his money, all of his relationships, and he leaves Diego for dead on the side of the road, I'll still be there and I'll come pick Diego up and I'll help him. So he knew exactly what was coming out, knew the allegations that Diego made, and still loved him. And said, when that guy burns him, takes all of his money and leaves him on the road for dead, I'll come back to Diego and I'll fix it and I'll help him. You haven't heard Diego say a word. And that exact thing happened. That guy took every dollar that Diego Sanchez ever made in his entire career, burned him, sued him, made him sign all these weird things, and left him for dead on the side of the road. And who was there to pick up the pieces? Dana White. Dana is exactly what you guys, whatever you think he is, he's that and better. Maybe you don't align with him politically. Maybe you don't align with some of the things that he says personally in terms of his takes. You hear fighters, they complain about their pay and all of this stuff. I've never asked for something and not gotten it. But I'm also reasonable. I'm also a person who makes sure that I don't already deserve what I'm asking for. So some of that comes down to your own insecurities and who you are as a person. And he's rational. There's been times I've asked for some crazy stuff. And he'll ask the same question. I know he does it to everybody else. Why? Why do you want that? Or why do you think that you deserve that? And I'll just break it down. And I'll just give him, I did this and did this and I beat this person and I went here and I did this for you. I was a company guy here. I was a company guy here. I've never said a negative thing about the company, even when I wanted to at times, which is, you can say the same thing in your marriage. You can say the same thing.
Part of the deal.
Any place you work, you're always going to end up in a spot where you want to say something negative.
Yep.
And if it's a rational explanation, I'll say, okay, cool.
Here's what I know about and I tell Bach this, that speak about what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Speak about what you know. And ask about what you don't know. And a big part for me is that I'm this reporter from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Right.
I'm not part of the corporate chain of radio. I'm not from one of the big broadcast houses, that sort of thing. This isn't a UFC hub by any stretch of the imagination. But I made a commitment that I was going to talk about Nebraska. I was going to be there for Nebraska fighters, and I was going to bring those conversations to Lincoln, Nebraska. And Dana White said yes. Dana White has, again, whenever he sees me, it is a hand press. As you said, we don't have to agree on a lot of things. But what he allows is for presence.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you're going to honor this because it's good. If we're good, if I invite you to my house and I have a good house,
mm-hmm.
you're going to go tell people it's a good house.
Right.
I can't worry about the people. If you don't like the people who are in the house or all that, is it a good house? And was my invitation to you authentic?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I saw Dana White.
For sure.
And that's in the space. Some of the buildings, the Apex is different.
It is.
Because the Performance Center has its own energy and it's the house of the Ultimate Fight. Like
right.
it's kind of the core of that. But there are some buildings around the world that you fought in and you broadcasted in. What are the ones what's your favorite place when you talk about attending or fighting in, covering an event? Because the fans are special. Where is it? Vegas?
I'm really bad with the names of the arenas.
No.
I don't know why they just never stick with me.
Right.
The Globe in Stockholm, Sweden was probably my favorite place to fight. Could be because I beat Alexander Gustafsson in his hometown.
That may have had something to do with it.
The arena itself is a perfect circle.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like the Sphere without all the Sphere stuff.
The Sphere stuff was crazy.
But the arena on the inside, like the seats kind of follow the contour of the building, kind of like the Sphere does.
Yeah.
But it's an older arena. And it was just so loud. I don't know what it is with the acoustics in that building and the shape and the way that it is. I've never heard anything that loud. I've never been booed that loud. I couldn't believe it. I remember walking out, looking around, going, oh my God, this is insane. The arena that I fought in Singapore was really cool. I thought the Singapore trip was a hard trip. I was kind of like an Abu Dhabi type of flight.
I always worry about those. Like
those are hard,
right? How long's the flight to Abu Dhabi? Like what's
18 hours?
18 hours, and that's tough if you're just calling the fight.
That's straight. That's one flight. That's not total flight time. That's one flight. 18 hours.
Do you take like masseuses with you? Do you take food?
I never fought in Abu Dhabi.
No.
But the Singapore flight was like 14 and a half. So
what do? You're about to compete.
I go in like a G, dude. I go in a day late. Everyone comes 2 weeks early. I go in a day late. I show up. I stay on American time. I sleep when I'm tired. I'm awake when I'm awake.
Yeah.
Cut the weight and fight. Everyone makes things so complicated. Well, I got to be there for a month. I got to get my sleep cycle on with this piece of grass that's outside.
Yeah.
We're overthinking it.
Toes to the grass. We got stuff we got to do.
It's a fist fight on a Saturday night. I've never once had a referee look at me and say, "Are you ready?" And then look over at me and say, "Are you ready?" And me thought,
not really.
Man, I'm a bit jet lagged and I'm kind of a little bit sore from No. You're gonna fight when it's time to fight.
How do you handle diet then? Like, what do you do? You're trusting?
Oh, that's none of my business.
Right? You don't worry. You let your nutritionist.
My nutritionist does it all.
Just tell you what you're eating.
Me and Terrence Crawford got the same one. We share them.
Not a shock. Not a shocker by that.
Yeah, we
all.
We share them.
Are you going to the fight?
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's not the fight that's the problem. It's my schedule here. So I got some things I'm trying to move around. But my plan is to be there. Yeah.
I need to look. Let me look. Because I thought that the UFC had kind of made a point not to fight that. It's the 23rd, right?
I think it's the same. I think the UFC
20th?
event the same day.
Oh, is that the one in Australia? What's the fight date for Crawford?
It is
in Triple G.
I think
Canelo.
So because UFC will be in San Antonio the 13th.
I'll be in San Antonio.
They will be in Paris, France, September 6th.
I will not be in Paris.
There's an off week, the 20th, and then the 27th, they'll be in Perth, Australia.
What day's the Crawford fight?
September 13th.
So the same time as San Antonio.
Yeah, I'll be in San Antonio. Yeah, because that's Noche.
That's
the Noche event.
That's actually the one I'm supposed to go to.
Noche?
I'm supposed to go to Noche at the Frostbank.
Listen, man, me and you just hang out in San Antonio. We'll watch it.
We're gonna have to do it. Like I
want to go there. I want to be there. Terrence has been a huge supporter of me.
How do you think that goes?
Man, I've never bet against Terrence, and I'm not going to start now.
Hey, man,
I'm not going to start now. That guy can. One time I was back in the day when I first started training in Colorado. Terrence was, as he is now, still doing his training camps in Colorado Springs. And I was doing mine in Denver. So I used to have an off day on Wednesdays, which was Terrence's hard day.
Mm.
So I would every once in a while I would drive to Colorado Springs. Because Terrence's best friend is an MMA guy. So and he's like my size, so we were training partners a little bit. So I'd go up there on Wednesdays and just kind of hang out and kick it with those guys. And watching Terrence train is one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen in my whole life. First of all, he's the most ambidextrous fighter on planet Earth. I don't care who you guys think of. There's no one that can fight in their opposite stance exactly the way they do in their other stance. Like there's no one on planet Earth that can do it like Terrence does. He runs the entire practice orthodox. Then they get to the end of the practice, finishes it, and they re-rack it, restart, pull in the southpaw coaches, and does it as a southpaw. He wraps his own hands. There's another fun fact for you. Before he fights, Terrence Crawford wraps his own hands. Takes him about 4 minutes.
That's I just think all of it's fascinating to me. That
when he fought Gamboa in Omaha,
yeah,
long time ago, every once in a while I would do some like moonlighting for the commission when they would need some extra help.
Yeah,
for big events like that.
Yeah.
And so I was working Terrence's corner. So I know all I'm doing is sitting in there because I know them all. So I'm just, I'm hanging out, making sure nobody's doing nothing, nefarious.
Yeah.
And Gamboa sends his, like in boxing, you have the ability to send one of your coaches or corners to the other locker room to watch the hands being
make
wrapped.
sure there's nothing.
So Gamboa sends one of his guys over and Terrence is sitting there. And like this team has all the gauze and the tape and stuff like set up, strategically for Terrence.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there and he goes, "You ready?" And the guy's looking around like, "Well, where's the cut man or whoever's going to wrap his hands?" He's like looking around. He goes, "Yeah, I'm waiting on you." Terrence starts grabbing it. He just starts going to town, wrapping his hands fast, super fast. Pauses. They stick the gauze and like they have this down to a science. Gets one hand done in like 3 minutes, gets the other hand done in like 2. I mean, he's got the whole thing beginning to end. It's got to be less than 6 or 7 minutes. And that guy looked blown away. And I remember thinking,
fight's over.
It was probably better you didn't watch that.
Yeah, fight's over. He's gonna go back and go, "Hey man,
that's a blue collar guy. That's a blue collar guy. You go in there and wrap your own hands and then go beat the hell out of somebody. That's crazy.
The details and craziness of it all.
It's crazy.
That is spectacular. We will throw the break. We'll close out with Anthony Lionheart Smith, and then set you up for Bach in the Black Shirt here on The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Noticing more dust at home? It may be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Breathe easy and healthy. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Play ball!
Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
From the capital to castles. Starting this December, fly nonstop from Lincoln to Orlando with service from Breeze Airways. That's right, nonstop flights to Orlando out of LNK are starting this December. You're now just a flight away from Disney World, Universal Studios, Legoland, and the Space Coast. Stretch out and relax on Breeze with complimentary family seating. Book your magical getaway now at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see probably sunny skies with a light breeze and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 79. Tonight, probably cloudy skies and light winds, low near 58. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and areas of smoke. An afternoon high around 81. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP. Brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment, One-on-One. Again, thank the folks that make this happen. Jacob Bucklewood, Esquire, sir. Let him know. Let him know.
Well, it's a good day outside for golf. It's been a little bit hot, cooled down the last couple of days here. The best place in town to hit up after your round of golf with your guys is Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. 23 beers on tap, a specific bar for high-end bourbon and spirits. 30 TV show and MLB, NFL training camp updates, PGA golf, and more. Enjoy the delicious wings or handheld sandwiches like the Turkey Melt, Liquid Gold Hamburger, or the Bull Market Barbecue Burger, and more. Enjoy the brand new chocolate chip cookie skillet as well. Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane, just north of 27th in Yankee Hill in Lincoln.
We appreciate it, and it is a really good burger.
Is it?
It's really.
I love a good burger.
I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what internal scar, but simple food is my jam now, and I don't want anything. Give me a burger, give me wings, pizza.
We've been on a wing thing lately. We've been on some wings.
Well, Bach and Farley can tell you the best wings in the state because he just judged. He was the judge for the wings competition.
Really?
Yeah, Wing Fest. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Bach, what would you recommend to the Smith family for wing consumption?
I'm trying to think who won there. Carol might remember better.
M&J
won the fan choice, and they were second in the polling for us. So yeah, I mean that's an excellent choice.
And that's a food truck.
Yeah,
really.
And they do.
Where's this food truck at?
Farley can tell it. I think they got moved down to the university.
Oh,
they've done so well that I think
sense.
somebody. But they do. There's two things that they do. First of all, they make. So I'm not a big pickle guy, but they make this Kool-Aid, and then they marinate the pickles in the Kool-Aid. And you eat the
pickles and Kool-Aid.
Bruh.
Oh, the Kool-Aid wings are fantastic too.
But they make their own sauce.
Yeah.
And they make their wing sauce with the grape Kool-Aid, the red
Every time
Kool-Aid.
I've been here, I leave hungry.
This is why I weigh what I weigh. I try to behave, but then they will bring in, like, again today, like, think about it. It's just food. I have 3 birthday cakes in the refrigerator that I cannot, if there's anything left, I'm giving it to you and let you take it with you. Because if I eat cake all day,
then you don't ever eat regular food.
You can't.
Sounds like my house.
Like, it just, it's a bad thing and we can't help it. But yeah, their wing, I'll hook you up with it.
I'm in.
I believe they're from Mississippi.
Even better.
Right? Southern folks, they moved up here, and catfish, collard greens, yams.
I'm sold.
Yep.
Sold.
Season, they make their own season, different flavors, different ranges. It's pretty. Yeah, they spoil us. So as we close out, and again, this is I'm grateful because I've known all along that our people need more Anthony Smith in their life. As John and Cortland just met, says, most excellent show, gentlemen. Great family, great young men, great young women. See you all around. For these fans to know who y'all are is important for me because it just exposes there are good people here. This community, you know, when I give speeches and speaking engagements, I always start with good families make good people. And then good people make good families. And it's absolutely necessary for that to happen. And I wanted to share y'all with these listeners because for a variety of reasons, but selfish among them, I get to talk fighting, and that's that's always a win. And apparently, San Antonio is happy.
It has to.
So there's that thing. It's an Apex weekend, and in your recovery, how much time do you allow yourself to think about who's fighting that week? Have you given much thought at all to?
No.
Yeah, in that.
No.
You have to allow yourself that.
Yeah, listen, I don't have a very big brain to begin with. So
a huge brain.
And although that could mean that there's a lot of extra space because there's not a lot of anything else in there. So what I will do is I'll watch them.
Yeah.
I'll watch them on Saturday. And then, we'll podcast, we'll talk about it next week. And so we'll do a lot of reactionary stuff. But some of the Apex cards, if I just continue to fill my brain with fights that don't necessarily matter to me specifically right now, because I'm not working the desk, I'm not traveling for it, I have got really zero shows to do on it pre-fight. I just can't allow myself to overdo it, because these fights they already start. Like, I've had a pretty good break now, and I still have a couple weeks left. I just need to allow myself to have the break, because if I continue to fill my brain with that stuff, I'm running out of room.
I literally make a point that I will have a no sports weekend. I have to, otherwise I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. But since you will watch the fights,
I will.
What is the Smith family meal for fight watching? What's on the table?
It kind of just depends on where we are or what we're doing, or I don't know. Would have been last Saturday was that pay-per-view that was in Abu Dhabi. We were at it was during the day because the time changed. So we were at a seafood boil. That was nice. I was kind of fresh out of surgery, so I was still kind of banged up. But this weekend, do we have any plans this weekend? Saturday? Nothing.
Well, here's the plan forward. So for next week, we will find the perfect Smith family UFC watching meal, and we'll get it provided.
That'd be great.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm letting you know for next Saturday. It's an Apex card next Saturday, but we're going to make sure it's the perfect meal.
Perfect.
We're going to work on that. Anthony Lionheart Smith, thank you, kind sir.
Man.
Michaela, thank you for letting him come out and play. We appreciate it. Don't go anywhere. Bach and the Hall of Fame black shirt, Terrell Farley, will take you to 3 o'clock. And then I will be back. I'm just informed. I'll be with Austin Norman for Old School. Kicking it old school, 3 to 6 this afternoon, and then set up for a Friday. Y'all be good to each other simply because.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.